Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about why one should never trust fair work or fair dealings or whatever it happens to be. It's not there to shield your right to work other folks' work into your films, your live streams, your shorts, whatever. It's only there to shield your right to give your thoughts and takes on happenings, not to take other folks' work. You know, that's where folks misunderstand fair work or fair dealings. And fair work, can give you some breathing room if you A, happen to be in that bind. But for you to even say it's fair work or fair dealings, you have to be in that bind means you already have to be law worked for you or your lawyer to even bring it up. And that's why I keep away, from fair work or fair dealings. Well, first off, I can't even say fair dealings because I don't live in a land where that's even a thing. And two, fair work is something I truly keep away from because I don't have anything in my, films, live streams, or shorts that anyone else or other business has ownership and double right over. So no one can say, oh well, you happen to have films, you have my song or my film or my show or whatever. And no, I don't. Sorry, Elizabeth, but I do not have anything that you have ownership or double right over in my films, live streams, or shorts. So it looks like, unless you want to lie about it, looks like I'm not doing anything that goes against your ownership and your double right. And I know there's going to be someone out there who is going to believe that, oh, dolls fell underneath fair work. No. Dolls most likely fall underneath, craft work, meaning a business owns the likeness of that doll, and if someone else or some other business was crafting dolls that looked the same, then they would be in a bind with craft work, is what they'd be in a bind with, not with ownership and double right, which itself is another thing. And once someone buys a doll, well, the business doesn't have ownership and double right to that doll anymore, but they still have the rights to the likeness of the doll. So yeah, there you go for someone out there that wants to say that dolls fall underneath fair work or fair dealings or whatever, you know. Well, I thought you would cry fair dealings or fair work. First off, how could I even say fair dealings when the 4-1 ranks don't have it? And two, why would I even want to say fair work? Because that is something you or your lawyer says when you've already been law worked by someone or some business owner over their work and your work when it comes to ownership and double right. So yeah, not going down that road. So unless A, you want to do what's known as double lie, when one lies and says that someone has their work in their work when they don't, that's the only way you're doing it. Yeah, well, I wish there wasn't no fair work at all. I wish there was no fair dealings. Yeah, a lot of folks and a lot of business, just see fair work or fair dealings as, nothing more than something you know, to even not even believe it's a thing. Well, it's a thing, but only if the law can step in and say that your work meets the standard. And if not, well, and most folks never even get to that far to do it. Either the owner and double right holder get a settling with them, But that just means they chose to not want to go through all the time and work that they'd go through for a hearing and for a stretch, but they would win. They're just choosing the least way for them to be irksome to them and get you out of their hair. So that's why I don't do anything with fair work or fair dealings, and I'll see you later.